Ohio. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Well, guys, Jeremiah Smith could be disappointed after not being a Heisman finalist last season for Ohio State. But all he did is get back to work, keep his head down, and have an unbelievable summer. He's looking better than ever, and we as college football fans are lucky that we get to watch the best player in the country one more season for the Buckeyes. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Buckeyes kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Turner. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Running inside, it's Turner. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Pitt pushing the pace.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run it.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He's got it again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The run inside. It's Turner. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense would be in a really good...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
With the catch, it's Hicks. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football, I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial point. Makes the grab in their space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And now on 3rd down after that last run. Making side adjustments here. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Hit right back to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking for room, it's Jackson. There he goes! Inside the 30. The tag! Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On the run, still looking. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of the quarterback. And are his feet set, or now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football, and you can tell his feet weren't set. He was drifting a little bit.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. Running inside, it's Turner. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Panthers are in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught. Got a little grass. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Parker. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season as the #1 team in the country. You want to talk about having a bullseye on your back from day one.
Yeah, bullseye, but that also means you're really, really talented, and you're thought highly of. So this roster, it doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the country. Starting the year #1 is a great thing. That means you got talent. But how do you take this season, and how do you take step one today?
And that's the job of the coaches, I think, is to deliver the message to your team. You've got to prove it. You haven't played anybody yet. You haven't necessarily earned that #1 in front of your name. So here's your opportunity. A lot of fans watching. A lot of people excited to see just how good you really are.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Comes out ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game. Caught, and he's got room. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And the Panthers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Caught in the backfield, it's Kent. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Kent. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And a missed opportunity. On 3rd down as the defense knocks it free and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Pitt looking to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing forward, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Jackson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, And it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Power football with the run.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. He now has 74 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The RPO fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The run inside, it's Turner. They didn't get anybody blocked, didn't fool anybody. They'll lose yardage, and it's 3rd down here late in the half. Right back to the well. There's a crease. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense, and to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Aggies looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Sayed. The sure hands, it's Jackson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quarterback may change this route. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayed. Finds his tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of...
Makes the catch, and he's free. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Saying back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Sayed. Quickly complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's another big run, and that's not surprising, honestly, guys, considering how much success he had in the first half. He was running wild against this defense, so let's not change anything. Let's just go back out, let's pound the rock, pound the football, and really threaten this defense and force them to have to tackle us.
Play fake, Julian Sayed. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Maybe a crease. Past the 10. Touchdown, Panthers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The RPO, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Running inside, it's Jackson, and he's dragged down.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. St. Clair. Firing to the right, complete. Still on his feet at the 40. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
On the option, the transfer has it his first carry. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 25. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Back to pass on second down. He'll throw it. With the catch, it's Lee. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch.
First down here, what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. The run inside. It's Turner. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Following the play, there is a Pitt Panther slow to get up. And they cannot afford to lose this guy. Such an important part of their running attack. We'll have Holly check on his stats. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. The offense coughs it up. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there. Huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run.
Oh, they block it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. They're going to somehow turn this into a 2-point conversion. Better to be lucky than good sometimes as they extend the lead. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Panthers! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up.
He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Lined up in the gun on third down, say it. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. You got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And the returner is stopped. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake on first down. Buys a little extra time. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
On the direct snap, it's Turner. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using it.
They'll try the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll run it again. There's some room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So they take over with great starting field position, move it 36 yards. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score.
Number 91, set to kick it off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Saying to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
He wants to change this route. Here's Sayin to throw. Bringing the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack.
Could be an alley. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throwing, say it. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
Oh, he's got some space. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Play fake, say it. Fakes to grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Absolutely center cut.